Hi there, thanks for tuning in again. This week's video I hope will be a little bit shorter, but I don't want to promise too much. So for now I would just say follow me and then we get started, okay? Okay, so I have my notes with me, so I would say let's just get started here. And as a recap for the last month, I have to say nothing really much happened. I was pretty busy at work and I was quite stressed at work actually the last 4 weeks, especially the last 2.5 weeks. And the last 5 days of work were really stressful. I mean, on Friday I worked till almost 10 p.m. So was it 10? Yeah, 10 p.m. And it was crazy, but I wrapped up the tasks that I had and now have vacation for the next 2 weeks, which is always great. But as a side note there, I have never experienced it before that our team was working on one project. Everyone was just combining forces. Usually we work on different projects. Maybe everyone has one project, maybe sometimes 2 people work on one, seldomly 3, but that the whole team is working on the same project, it was crazy. But yeah, so other than that, I wanted to give you a quick update about the duck pond. The duck pond in my vicinity where a different family of ducks has arrived a few weeks ago. I showed you some footage last time, so here just some more footage of them. Other than that, I was in the office again like 1.5 weeks ago, and the last time I was talking about about going to the office, I was showing you that when I walk through the woods, I have an entry point that is quite steep, but I only showed you how it looked like from the other side when I was already upstairs. So this time I want to take a little bit of time, a few seconds here, to just show you how steep that climb is from if you watch from downstairs. Then after climbing up, I of course was going through the woods again, and I also showed you last time that there are some weird circles that someone laid out there in one field, and it looked a little bit like something religious or spiritual, or maybe something Wicca related. I don't know what was going on there. They are still there, but a little bit overgrown, so I guess nobody is taking care of those anymore. Don't know what it is all about, but just wanted to show you how they are looking like right now. Also, while walking through the forest, I was encountering a large group of grasshoppers in one field. So I've seen dozens of them, and I have not seen grasshoppers in quite a while, because here, for instance, in the cemetery, I've never seen one. So it was cool, and here's a little bit of a close-up. Otherwise, of course, I kept going through the woods because forest bathing is just great, and it is fun and enjoyable to just walk through the woods when I go to the office. And that day, actually, I ended up having 20,000 steps, which is quite a feat for me. And I have to say, I reached that because in the middle of the day I was already at 10,000, and then I thought, let's have a burger in the evening and earn that, because I hadn't had a burger in quite a while. So my plan was to walk to a Burger King from the office through the woods and then even a little bit further. And I underestimated the distance and ended up being at 20,000 steps. Then also even realizing that Burger King doesn't even have the burger I was looking for. So I had to go to a different franchise spot that was closer to my home. But yeah, so that was my day, and I felt pretty nice after those 20,000 steps. But that brings me to to my intermittent fasting routine that I wanted to talk with you about. Because last time I told you that I started to do intermittent fasting, and now I'm a month in. So almost 5 weeks, I think I'm doing that. Let's have a quick sip of water. And of course, I'm doing the 16-8 routine. So that means I'm 16 hours fasting, and I'm having a window to eat of 8 hours. Originally, I was creating that window from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. so that I would eat in that space. I thought that would be a good idea because usually I'm not a morning person and sometimes I'm not really starting work at 9 and I'm instead working a little bit later in the evening. So my approach was, and since in my past I also wasn't big on having breakfast, I only started doing that during the pandemic. So I was thinking, let's just skip breakfast and start eating at 2 p.m. And that worked out pretty well so far. And if you want to see exactly what happened with my weight over the last few weeks, you can check out my community posts. Overall, it went down. There was 1 week where nothing much changed, but at least I was keeping my weight approximately, so nothing too bad there. I also think that maybe my body chemistry was changing due to the fact that I am now intermittent fasting. So maybe that was the reason why there was like a little plateau. Maybe I was also just closer to the 2,200 calories I would need to keep my weight instead of the 1,800. That is the sweet spot for me to lose weight. And with that being said, I actually was able all the time to keep that approach, and I sometimes was closer to 2,200, but most of the times I was at 1,800 calories. Some days even a little bit under that. And also I was able to always keep the time window I set for myself, which is the most important part. So I never violated that fasting window and that eating window. The only thing I did in between was adjusting it the one day that I went to the office. So I stopped eating 2 hours earlier the day before, so that I could start eating 2 hours earlier the next day, because in the office usually we have lunch together at noon. So I wanted to be able to go to lunch with my colleagues, and I did. And afterwards I readjusted the time again, but I was basically putting it to 1 p.m. to start and stop at 9 p.m. because I thought it would be enough. And also due to all the stress I had over the last few weeks, I actually got up a little bit earlier in those days, and I got a little bit more used to getting an earlier start into the day, and that means also it would be nicer to start eating, to allow myself to eat at 1 p.m. So that is something I kept. And with that being said, I would say let's just get into the weight results. And my weight was going down from the last month. If you want to know what happened in between, of course, check out the community posts. But from last month to now, I went from 117.1 kilo, which is 258.2 pounds, down to 115.2 kilo, which is 254 pounds. So I've lost 4.2 pounds over the last 4 weeks, which is not that much, but it is the healthy amount that I keep talking about. They say that half a kilo per week is the perfect amount to healthily lose weight. So I'm pretty on spot there. My body mass index went down from 33.8 to 33.3. And my body fat was just slightly going down from 35.7 to 35.6, while the muscles stayed at the same level of 28.6. I don't know what is going on there. Maybe, like I said, it's my body changing. Maybe due to me eating less calories and doing the fasting, maybe my body is saving more energy in form of fat. But at least my visceral fat, the internal fat, went down from 18 to 17. So it means that at least that is gone and shrinking. So maybe if there is more fat, it is just redistributed across my body, which is a good thing. And yeah, I don't know really what happens there, but I will still keep with it because, like I said, visceral fat went down, my weight overall also went down, my body mass index went down, so I guess I'm on the right track. I just need to keep an eye on it and see what happens. And I can say for sure though that even though that data is weird, I feel better. I think I see a little bit of a change already, so let's see what's going on there. But the big thing for me I also wanted to mention is that it really helped my discipline. So what I mean with that is if in the evening before I was thinking about food and I was hungry, I might have just eaten something little, no matter when, maybe in the middle of the night when, in some days I actually was staying up because I'm a night person. Sometimes I'm staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning, so maybe then at midnight I'm still eating something, which is not the best approach. But since I have this time window, I stuck to that. And that helped me with discipline not to even consider eating something after that time. So there was no point for me to discuss with myself, should I eat something now or not? I just didn't because the time was over. So that was the big thing for me at that point. And I just received a text message while filming. I hope that did not interrupt the audio. If so, I will put in subtitles, but I don't think that this will happen because that would be crazy. But I've never had a text message coming in while filming, so let's see. Yeah, that's also basically it. So I will stick with that approach and we'll see where it leads me. The next 2 weeks, like I mentioned, I am at the Fantasy FilmFest. I have 2 weeks of vacation time, and 8 days of them I will spend in a movie theater for a movie festival. In those 8 days I will watch 35 movies approximately. I'm not sure how many they are showing this time around. I need to double check. But I think it will be quite interesting how to handle intermittent fasting while doing that. I think the time window will not be an issue. I just need to remind myself to check the clock. I might go over the 1,800 calories though, because come on, if you are watching a movie, sometimes you need to snack on stuff. I don't know how it will go, but if I'm sticking at least under 2,200 calories, I will keep my weight for that week. But maybe I'm even able to stay under it. I don't know. We will see, and I will update you in the next community posts and also in the next video that will hit at the beginning of October, I guess. So that's it for me. I think my last month was quite successful, so I hope yours was as well. I will let you know about the progress, like I said, in the community posts. And I hope the next month will be quite successful for me again, and for you as well. Whatever you try to do, whatever you try to achieve, I wish you best of luck to achieve that. Now I just say, as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching.